Hey guys, this is Shika from the Samosa Budget. I hope you guys are doing well. Today's video is going to be a check-in for the first week of July. And as you might not know, we have moved into an ErinCondren monthly planner for our budget planner for the next 12 months. We're going to be trialing it out and I think it should be fine, but in case it doesn't, I will let you guys know. But for the moment, I'm doing all of my budget planning in this one notebook, and any stickers you see here will be for sale at some point in my Etsy shop. So let's just get right into the video. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can support my channel and follow my journey. So let's get right into it. So I haven't actually set up the planner as a whole. I've just done the month of July. We have had quite a few expenses. So we had a lot of expenses on the 1st, which sort of makes sense, but we also had things planned for the 1st, and hubby went out with his friend. So then they ended up getting dinner and stuff. So there was a lot of spending on the 1st. So these are my expense trackers, and these are really, really tiny. And the reason why they're really small is so I could fit a lot of transactions onto a day. But I do have to use a thinner pen to write these in because they are really, really tiny. But obviously I can make them bigger for people who don't have a lot of transactions, or if your handwriting is bigger. So we had cat food on the 1st, and then we had a sinking fund spend for some clothing, so that's not going to go in here. And then we bought some more cigarettes. I think all but 2 expenses are actually on this. I made a mistake on that sticker, but I wasn't gonna not use it. So we got cigarettes for 34, and then we had some fuel. And then fuel, and then hubby had some cheeky KFC. I don't think he's filled in his, so I basically rely on him to fill out the budgeting app that we use, which is YNAB. And I know for sure that they went to the driving range, but I don't see a transaction for that. So we've got 4 transactions, and as you can see, we could probably fit another 2 or 3 in there, and like they're really small, like compared to my second finger. And then we've got transactions for Friday, and these were made, not gonna lie, they were made in bed last night because I have decided to open an Etsy shop and for planner stickers, and I am fairly new to this process, but I am learning. Where's the 3? I am learning so much every day, and I just feel I couldn't rest until I'd opened it. And you have to open the Etsy shop with at least 1 listing. So yesterday was pretty much taken up by trying to get 1 listing up. And then I thought, well, if someone decides to buy it, I've got no supplies to send them the stickers in, like mailers and things like that. So I've made an order for that, and I've also made a bulk order for some sticker paper. And that is it. So these are the expense stickers. So far for the week, we haven't had any groceries because we normally go shopping on the Saturday and I am filming on the Friday. So now what we will do is add up all of the like categories and then put them into our check-in page. And this is the key. So I'm just gonna put that back here, and then let's go to our check-in page. Unlike a lot of people I see on YouTube doing check-ins, they normally just choose a selection of categories that they are tracking every week. For the sake of seeing like the same numbers across everything that I'm looking at, I am tracking all of our variable expenses. And then we've got spent, which is what you spend in that week. You've got the balance, which is what you spent minus your budget amount for that category. And then you divide it by the number of weeks. Now, let's just check how many Fridays we have. We have 5 Fridays, and then the percentage, I'm not sure if I'll calculate that on camera or not, but that's just to see the distribution of your money spent across these categories. Let me zoom you in a tiny bit. So groceries I know was 0. Eating out, we haven't actually ordered any takeout, so that's also 0. Kitty is £45. No, £48. And then 0 for household, 34 for cigarettes, 0 for home decor, medical 0, fuel was 26. Fun is all of these blue categories and we've got 3 of them, so I'm just going to add those up. It's 43. We haven't put our £50 into savings yet. I guess we should just sort out savings now, because then I can put the balance as reflected. So if you don't know, we take savings from these categories just to challenge ourselves to spend as less as possible. So let's have a look at variable. Okay, so we need to save £50. So I will take the first £50 from my cats category. So let's put 50 here. And then unbudgeted is £100 for a sticker shop course that I will be taking very soon. So it seems a bit out of order because I've already created my Etsy shop and then I'll be doing the sticker course, but I can put together kits quite well, but I just needed help with some very specific things. So I don't mind doing that, and I probably won't be promoting the Etsy shop until I'm fully up and running. We've got everything that we spent, and now let's do the balances. So variable. If you haven't seen my July budget with me, then I'll link that up here so you can see how I put all of this together. So groceries, the budget is £350 and we did not spend anything, so that's £350 there, and we've got 5 weeks if you remember, so that gives us £70. Eating out is £120, that gives us £24. Kitty was £120, and then I'm taking 50 from that, so that leaves us £70, and then we spent £48, so that leaves us with £22. And then household and beauty is £20 because we did not spend anything. Cigarettes is £140 and we spent £34, so that's £106. Home decor is £25 because we didn't spend anything. We do need to get something to fix the loo downstairs, so a transaction or an expense should be coming. Medical, we've got an appointment next week. Fuel is £100 and we spent £26, so that's £74 left. I'm just going to divide that by 1480. I'll come back and do the other per weeks in a second. Fun was 110 minus 43, which is 67. I divide that by 5, that's £13. Unbudgeted, let's just keep that as a negative 100. So I'll just put that in red and in brackets. And then savings, the balance, we don't calculate that because we're not actually spending. So Kitty got 22, so we've got £4, probably won't spend anything. So this is £4 a week as well. Cigarettes is 21. Home decor, there's no point calculating that per week because there's not a transaction every week, and the same with medical. And then unbudgeted, let's do that. And then if we look at how much money we've spent, so I'm gonna calculate the 100 from the unbudgeted, 43 from fun, 26 for fuel, 34 for cigarettes, 48 for our cat. Week 1 is 251, and then let's add up these balances. So we've got 744 left, and I've taken away the 100 because I will be taking the money from these categories. And then let's work out what we did spend, what it was for the week. So £48 spent for the cat, and that works out to be 19%. And then I'm rounding up here, guys. That's 14%. And then 26 divided by 250 is 10%. 43 divided by 250 is 17. And then obviously this is going to be the biggest chunk of the money that we spend, which is 40. So cool, that all adds up to 100. So this is something new that we're looking at, and I've added into our budget checking in process, and this just tells us our distribution of spending for that week. And I would always say at the beginning of the month, the per week column is super important, because if you can come under budget or on budget for these amounts, you should be fine for the rest of the month. Now, if you're someone who's budgeted to the wire, which is the case for most people, but especially if you're on a zero-based budget and your plans change, I would always try and have a cushion, which is what we try and put away money into every month. And essentially that just sits in your account, but we treat it as like almost like a fixed expense. So we have a cushion that we try and put in £200 together, so £100 from my paycheck and £100 from his, and that will just stay in the account. And the goal is to get to £1,000 for each. We do realize now that my laptop is basically on its way out, and we want to start planning for that, so we might end up spending our cushion money to help contribute towards that. And I've written little notes to myself: if I add an extra 21, it will give us a new balance of 800 by the end of this month, which will give us a milestone of 40% to our goal. So doing little things where you work out a number that will give you a milestone is really helpful to keep you motivated. So that is it for our weekly check-in. I hope that made sense to you guys. Sorry for my messy handwriting and my wonky lines. I'm not going to put in columns because I don't think it needs that. I did that for this and I think it just makes the page a bit busy. So I'm just going to leave that like that. If I change my mind, then I change my mind. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. My handle is @samosabudget, and I will link my Etsy shop in the description box below. The sticker shop name is Sticky Samosa. I'm all about making my goals happen, and it is scary for me to even say that I'm doing something like that, but I'm just gonna take that as progress, and that's what I'm aiming for: progress, not perfection. So that's it for our week 1 check-in for July. We look like we're doing okay, and I will be sure to share these numbers with hubby so we're on the same page. Now, let me know what your thoughts are in this new budget planner setup, and if you prefer it to the old one, what are you using? And yeah, let's just have a little discussion. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can follow my journey through budgeting, sticker creation, and opening an Etsy shop. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!